What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out the side-by-side slim travel pouch. This is part of the travel kit that you can get from them over on Amazon for $19.95. The kit includes obviously the slim travel pouch that you see on the table, as well as a strap that you can attach to the loops here on the back if you'd like to wear it around your neck or as a sling, that sort of thing. And then a couple just travel accessories on a carabiner. So you have a sanitizer gel bottle. This is 1 ounce, so travel friendly, as well as this double-sided pen. One side has just kind of your standard ballpoint, and the other has a kind of touch screen stylus, I guess that's what they're called, that you can use on your tablet or on the in-flight entertainment if you don't want to touch it with your finger, that sort of thing. And so travel is kind of a weird, unique EDC opportunity where you can't carry your normal gear, you know, a knife, multi-tool, that stuff's all out. And you have to carry stuff that you wouldn't normally carry, like a passport, tickets, visa, that sort of thing. Maybe Dramamine if you get travel sickness. And so this pouch is specifically geared around that, although you can use it for other things as well. It's intended for a passport holder and just kind of travel side things, but other use cases I could think of are maybe in your car you can put your registration and insurance in there, other random documents, as well as something to write with and a notepad in case you get in a car accident and need to take down the other driver's information, that sort of thing, and just slide it in that elastic section in the back of your seat that most cars have. And so definitely can use it for other things, get creative, but it's intended as a travel pouch. And so when they reached out to me side by side about sending this over, I was definitely interested because, again, it's just a weird, unique EDC thing that it's a challenge that you don't normally have and have to carry things and limit yourself in ways that you don't normally limit yourself. And so this pouch is kind of a typical what I would carry at the airport. And so I'll give the dimensions as well as show what's inside and talk about the pouch itself. I'm not going to talk too much about the accessories because the pouch is definitely the star of the show here. It's 8.07 inches wide by 5.31 inches tall. It's got a pretty large seam section, so you're losing a little bit of the internal real estate, so keep that in mind when you see these full-length pockets. They don't actually go the full width of the pouch. The nice thing about this, it is RFID protected, and so it's blocking RFID readers from reading anything inside of these zippered pockets. Now the mesh pockets on the back aren't going to be RFID protected, but I guess they are one-sided, so if the back is against your body, it should be relatively protected, but again, if it's the other direction, it's not going to be RFID protected. But 2 pockets on the front side. The top one is about 4.5 inches tall, and the bottom one is about 3 3/4 inches tall. Again, they go the full length, but it's closer to 7.5 inches than it is to 8 inches. Now, the back pocket, I really only put one thing, which was my passport, and the reason for that is most likely if I'm using that pocket, I'm going to have my passport, the tickets, maybe my visa folded up into there, and bag information, that sort of thing. But I'm not really going to be stuffing a lot of stuff in there because when I access it, I don't want to pull out my passport and have everything fall out. So that pocket I'm reserving for just flight information, basically, and identification. The second pocket, I have some other random items in. And this one, I'm putting a little bit of cash. So these are Hong Kong dollars. And the reason I put these actually was they sent it with this postcard. So it says greetings from Hong Kong. And this was a picture of the founder when he came up with the idea for this product. The product in his hand, actually, they sent over as well. I'm going to do another video in a couple days on that one. But that, I think, was the first product that they had come out with. But put some Hong Kong dollars, so assuming maybe you have a layover there, something like that, and you want to have some cash. I don't normally carry cash with the exception of when I travel, and the reason is you want to be able to tip or pay a taxi driver, that sort of thing. You don't know if your credit card is going to decline when you first get there, so you want to have some backup cash. And so even though I don't normally carry cash, I did include cash in this because the exception is when I travel. I also put some cards in here. This is the Batterix SOS charge card. This is a single-use battery. I actually don't know if these are allowed when you fly. They're pretty small, so I would assume they are. It's only 1800 mAh, and it provides up to 3 hours of charge. I wasn't super thrilled with this when I got it. It came in a going gear box, And the reason was it's single use, but I really liked the use case here where maybe you're flying and you want to make sure that you have some battery when you land to call an Uber or call someone when you get there, that sort of thing. And so really nice to be able to use it. And if for whatever reason you're not allowed to fly with it, they take it away. It's single use, it's not the biggest loss in the world, and so don't really hate that. So although I wasn't thrilled when I got it, it does have its uses, and I think this was a perfect one. The next up is this, I forget what it's called exactly, I'll link to it in the description, I'll link to anything that you can buy in the description, but this is a charge card. It comes with a cable as well as a bunch of different adapters, a SIM card ejector, and a couple slots where you can put some nano slims in there. It also has a small light that is not currently charged, but you can charge that up and use that light. And so just kind of a nice option to charge your items, but also for light if you don't want to waste battery on your phone. And that's all I stuffed in here. These definitely expand pretty big. Empty, this pouch is extremely flat, but you can fill it and expand it and it gets pretty bulky, but I like to carry these. I usually wear the same jacket every time I travel. It's kind of a weatherproof jacket that has an internal pocket that's large enough to fit something like this. I had a different pouch that I was using previously, but this fits in, I tested it, fits in the same pocket. And so I don't want it to be too bulky where my jacket's just kind of completely off balance because it's super heavy. So go pretty light on these type of pouches, and you can, if you are putting in a backpack or something, it doesn't matter. You can definitely expand these quite a bit. Now the back pockets, these are 3.5 inches wide each, and they go the full length, but the pocket portion is 4.5 inches, and then you have a little bit of this extra mesh on the top that goes over. It's elastic, so everything's pretty secure in there. I don't have super small items in here, but I have no worry about anything shaking loose or falling out, anything like that. It all just kind of sits in there. But again, went pretty minimal on these. I'll show you what's inside. 3.5 inches wide each. I have a Write in the Rain notebook. Again, you just want to jot something down real quick, and a pen to go along with it. This is a Pocket pen, color matched, but obviously come in several different colors. I'll just do the Write in the Rain notebooks, I guess. And then some toiletries that are single use. So 2 different ones that I threw in here. One is just some wipes. You never know. I went to a really, really small airport in India recently, and they did not have toilet paper. They didn't have anywhere to put toilet paper. They had these kind of spray hoses, which is kind of standard, but usually they'll have both in all of the other restrooms I went to in India. But that particular airport was one terminal and they did not have any toilet paper, so it would be really nice to have these if you cannot hold it. I also put some Shout Wipe and Goes. These are just stain removers. And the thought process behind that is you're on a plane, hit turbulence, you might spill something on you, your dinner or a drink, and you want to get it out before you can land, and so just threw that in there as well. That's all I have on the left side. On the right side is pretty minimal as well. I have a chapstick. This is the Green Goo Cool Mint Lip Balm. They sell these on Amazon, but I think they're usually in a 4-pack, so I don't know if you can buy just an individual one on Amazon, maybe, but it's probably more cost effective to buy the 4-pack anyway. And I know the 4-pack has a variety of different scents, so if you don't want the Cool Mint, there's a few other scents available as well. And then the last item in there is the recycled firefighter wallet. I forget the exact name. They have kind of firefighter themed name, like the Sergeant. I don't think this is a Sergeant, but I will link to this as well as every other item in the description if it's buyable. Put a few cards in there, obviously not my real cards, but some dummy ones, a driver's license, an RFID blocker. And again, the pouch is RFID blocking, the mesh pocket's not, so I have this in the front. The way it's stored, it would block RFID on either side for the cards. But the idea behind this is that you take it out when you get there. So maybe you leave this pouch in your suitcase, but you take out the wallet and have your RFID blocking still, and a debit card maybe and a credit card. Pretty simple little wallet. It's made out of recycled fire hose, which is really cool. And they come in several different colors. I have this lime green, a orange, and a purple. but sometimes they do promotions. They're around 20 bucks if I remember correctly. They do promotions. I saw one the other day that was buy two, get three free. So pretty good deal. It's obviously going to come out to significantly cheaper if you buy them like that, but if you only need one, they're around 20 bucks. They also have a cash strap. Again, I don't carry a lot of cash, but included some, again, these are Indian rupees, it looks like. Some random cash because I do like to carry cash when I travel. So that's everything I put in here. Again, pretty minimal. You can definitely fit more if you're not afraid of stuffing it thicker than I did. But if you're more minimalist like I am, it's kind of the perfect little pouch for that. And again, I think there's some other use cases for me. The one I mentioned was kind of a car EDC with your registration and insurance and other important documents, your notepad and an extra pen, that sort of thing. But let me know if there's any other use cases you can think of for these. I guess it would probably make a pretty decent pencil case, that sort of thing as well. But down in the comments below, let me know your ideas as well as your thoughts on this travel kit from Side by Side. Thanks again to them for sending it out to me. Again, this isn't sponsored or anything. They didn't even ask me to make a video. They just asked me if I'd be interested in checking it out, and I told them yes. So you'll be seeing more from Side by Side in the future for sure. And there's also some products that I'm just kind of interested in picking up that look pretty interesting around storing SIM cards and stuff like that when you travel. So definitely check out their Amazon store there. I think that's the main place they're selling stuff. And again, that's where I'm going to be linking to in the description. So thanks for checking it out. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And as always, I hope you have a great one. Take care.